Welcome to the Movement PT Coffee Cast, where we sit down and talk about physical therapy, health, and whatever else comes to mind during our coffee-infused conversations. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Movement PT Coffee Cast. My name's Dalton, and with me, as always, is my beautifully bearded friend, William. William, how are we doing today?
We're doing pretty good, my unbearded friend.
I know, man. Hey, look, I got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow coming in.
One day, but I think maybe it has a little bit of balance, right? If we both have huge beards, it'd be like too much.
It would be too much. One day I'll be able to grow a decent amount of, like a decent beard, and then you'll have to shave your beard, and we'll just flip roles.
Just rock the world.
All right, guys, we're back at it again this week. It's just gonna be me and Will talking on the podcast today. It's gonna be a quick one. We just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about the student group we just launched. It's called Students Driving Health. So we're gonna just chat about why we started that and kind of some of the values we have and some of the goals we have with it. So to kind of start it off, I mean, the reason why we started the group was since starting our social media page, me and Will have been able to connect with other students, in Canada, such as the guys from Toronto, like Art of Mobility, the PT Business Corner. Like we've connected with students in Miami. So like Andy with Embark Lifestyle, we connected with Taylor. Like we've had really good opportunities to connect with students and share resources. And we've really learned a lot from it. So we thought that it would be a cool idea to bring that to a larger platform. So that's kind of why we launched the Facebook group. Like we want people to have an avenue to go to where they can discuss topics with other students. They can share resources. And talk about some of their struggles and frustrations. Like we're all going through it, right? So I think it just kind of provides a platform for, people to feel comfortable with hopefully like sharing some of those things.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the big things was the idea of sharing resources, because we've found a lot of resources through connecting with people through social media, in particular, like other students who are maybe seeing some of the stuff that we've been looking into and asking questions about it. And I think maybe realizing that we all kind of go through some of the same struggles.
For sure.
And so why not have a group where we can all talk freely about those struggles and try to problem solve through some of them by sharing resources and talking about that content and kind of critically evaluating it. So I think that's one of the reasons why we started today was just
and I think you feel comfortable. I think you feel more comfortable like discussing it with other students too, right? Like people, you almost just can resonate more with them because they're going through the same thing you're going through, and we're all out here learning and trying to get through it. So I think it's kind of like a safer spot to go and have those discussions. So, I mean, that kind of comes with like what our 3 values for the group were. So we kind of discussed a little bit of what we wanted to get out of it. So we came up with 3 things, which is connect, share, and challenge. So I think connect is pretty much speaks for itself. We want to create a networking opportunity for students across the country. Like that would be the ideal goal, right? So we want to connect students from all areas.
And not just in the country. We have some people from the US right now, and hopefully other people will want to join from other countries as well.
Yeah.
And just getting the chance to connect is so huge, because you realize there's all these people out there with really good thoughts that can kind of push you in a different direction.
Right. For sure. And that kind of transitions into like our second value, which was share. So I think that the thing is everyone has really good thoughts. Like we've started to realize like, we've learned so much from other students that are sharing what they're learning and the resources that they're reading and the things that they're learning from their professors or their schools that we might not be learning the same way here. And just having an area to come and share that information, whether it be through a research article that they're reading, whether it be through a podcast, whether it be through a blog, whether it be through a social media post. Like there's so many avenues out there to learn. I think having one, group where you can share that and feel comfortable with sharing that information is key.
Exactly, because there might be other places where you can do that, but if you're a student and you're new, you might not necessarily be comfortable with sharing that information. So hopefully the group can be somewhere where you can feel safe to do that.
Yeah, and I think like definitely sharing information, but also sharing like thoughts and beliefs, right? And what they think. I think that's also an important aspect too. And just having that closed group where it's students interacting with students, you can feel comfortable with sharing some of your thoughts on certain topics within the profession or certain things that you're frustrated with, that you're seeing every day or you're hearing every day. And you're like, I'm just frustrated and I need to get this out. Like, I think it's a good avenue to address some of those things.
Yep. And
then last but not least would be challenge. And I think we kind of split this up into two little things. One being like just challenging ourselves as students to continually learn and grow and challenge our biases and our way of thinking, and continually to constantly develop. I think that's something that we signed up for when we jumped into this profession, that lifelong learning. And I think if we can start doing it early on in our careers as students, it just sets us up for not getting complacent as we go throughout our careers, like constantly wanting to challenge ourselves to be better, to grow, and to learn. And then the second avenue we talked about of that would be to challenge the profession, right? Like we're the next wave of people that are entering into the profession. So if you're in it for the right reasons, like you want this profession to be better. So let's constantly continue to challenge it to develop and grow, because you can attest to this. We offer a lot of value as students. I think obviously we have to stay in our own lane, but I think what we've realized is, there's a lot we have to offer the profession.
Yeah, and hopefully people can use the group to challenge some thoughts and maybe engage in some challenging discourse with each other. I can't believe I just used the word discourse.
But yo, you're about to be a master's student. Like, you're about to be a graduate of a master's program. You should be just firing out those words.
I'll put my master's student hat on, I guess. But yeah, and challenge those ideas, and then hopefully come up with some better thoughts from that you can then put out, right? Yeah. So you can kind of use it as like a little bit of a teaser, like go and test your ideas out, talk about it, see what other people are thinking, and use that to kind of like come up with a solid thing that you want to use to put out there.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great point, man. So that's kind of the values, guys, and that's kind of like the three things that we're going to try to focus on with the group. And then what we're going to do and what we kind of hope for from the group is we're going to post one every Monday. We're going to post either a research article, a blog, or a podcast, or a social media post that we've come across that we think people would want to listen to or read, and maybe you don't. It's totally up to you guys, but we're going to post one every week so that it kind of gives people something to follow. And then the goal after that is just to have people jump in and share resources that they're finding on their own, and just have the members of the group drive discussion. Like we're obviously here to put out some of the things, like to drive the discussions, but our all-time goal would be to have people just posting in the group and sharing things on their own and having their own little discussions. You know what I mean? Like kind of creating that little community of students that are getting after it.
Yeah, pretty much nothing's out of bounds, to share on and talk about.
No, for sure. Yeah. Like obviously within, like we want people to be respectful. That's all we ask. Honestly, out of it, like we're not here to tell anyone they're dumb. Like, that's not what it's about. Like it's about getting better.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that we hopefully can get to at some point is once we start building up like a good following of people and the ultimate goal would to have some Facebook Lives going on in the group, like specifically for members of the group. We've had the opportunity to connect with some pretty cool people. And I mean, we're not going to drop any names or anything yet because we haven't talked to anyone, but it would be cool to have like individual Facebook Lives for people in the group where we can have Q&A sessions or we can have specific topic discussions that people are interested in that would be specifically for our members. Like that would be, I think, our all-time goal with it. Just to start to expose everyone to some of the really cool people that are out there and the really cool topics that are trying to make our profession better. So if anyone out there that's listening has some thoughts on this or ideas or people that would be willing to do it, like shoot us a message, because I think that's where the group's going to get really fun.
Yeah, I agree. And we've already had a few discussions. They've been really good so far. And just, I'm really looking forward to having more discussions. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
So that'll wrap it up, guys. Big thank you to everybody that's currently in the group right now. We're honestly, I mean, I'm humbled every day when we get messages and when we get, why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I'm trying to make things interesting.
You're throwing me off, man. I was about to get all deep and stuff. No, but honestly, guys, we're truly humbled by like every person that we have enter into the group. It's awesome. So thank you very much for joining. Share it with your friends, share it with your classmates. And if you guys are students and you're listening to this and you're not in the group yet, head over to Facebook and search Students Driving Health. We have a couple questions for you guys to enter into the group, and then you'll be in and you can get after it and start commenting away. Will, you got anything else?
That's it.
You want to tell people where they can find us? Or are we not important?
Well, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the MVMTPTs. And I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Unless we have any more platforms that you're not telling me about.
Nah, that's it. Catch us on the gram, as the kids would say.
Yeah, send us a DM anytime.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.